I'm not the same Brooklyn you knew.
The poster for Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2 gave us a question that had us very stumped. It seemed like a new flying reptile was teased, but many people jumped to the conclusion and threw accusations that it was AI. Well, now, a brand new image from Chaos Theory Season 2 has proven those people wrong. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2 video. Today, we have yet another brand new image for you guys to feast your eyes on top of the other two images we got released over the past week. So make sure you're buckled down for this one, as it's an interesting topic of discussion for today. We're still aiming for 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you're wanting to do your daily good deed, but also be notified when something new comes out for the Jurassic franchise, and believe me, there's a lot coming in the next couple of years, why not subscribe to stay up to date with all of that information being in one place? But for now, once you're sat back, relaxed, and enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE to save 20%, it's time to talk about the latest image for Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2. So recently we've actually had quite a fair few amounts of images releasing. I believe in total now we've had 3 new images that weren't part of the original batch from the last trailer for Season 2. And the reason why I didn't really post them here on YouTube is because they don't really signify too much, and I feel like if I was to make one video on one of them, another video on another, it would just get relatively boring. So until something very big or major appears, we're going to try and clump all of these together to try and make a worthy enough video for you guys to watch. The first image that released, I believe just 2 or 3 days after the trailer, was this shot right here where we get to see the Majungasaurus sneaking up behind a police officer. Now this image again doesn't show too much, but we do know that it does take place from episode 1 of season 2 of Chaos Theory, because this is still the moment where we get to see the Majungasaurus on the boat at night time. So as far as we know, there's at least 2 deaths that are supposed to happen in episode 1, and I can only presume that the police officer here is probably one of them. I don't really see the police officer, escaping the clutches of this Majungasaurus anytime soon, and considering how much darker Chaos Theory has become and a little bit more realistic than Camp Cretaceous, it's safe to assume that this police officer is going to die. Think about it. Even if he does escape this Majungasaurus, he is still on a boat riddled with dinosaurs, and one of them is the Majungasaurus, and who knows what else may be on the boat with them. So this was one of our very first images that released after the recent trailer, and I believe just a few days ago actually, last week, the Majungasaurus and Darius's phone also appears. Now why is this image more important than the previous one? Well, this actually gives us a better look of that artistic poster that we got for Season 2, where we get to see Darius hiding behind a box, showcasing his phone with the Majungasaurus in the background. Now from the perspective of this poster, we don't really get to see too much. We can only assume that the Majungasaurus is a little bit further behind, but this image does in fact reveal that the Majungasaurus is much closer to Darius than we initially thought. Which is actually quite interesting because it does add a lot more suspense to the show that we've been having since Season 1 and was actually very enjoyable. So it's nice to see that that suspense is returning. But those were basically the only 2 images that we had for a while. One of them I think just released randomly online, and the other one was posted on DreamWorks' Instagram story, but only for select accounts which they classed as close friends. And the people who apparently get to see it, they don't know how they got to see it either, so just keep an eye out, keep a lookout for that. Maybe you're one of those close friends. It's a pretty cool way to go ahead and advertise the new season of the show, but at the same time, not very inclusive. However, the most recent image here reveals quite a lot, and this is the image right here. As you can see, we have Zaina, Darius, Sammy, and Yasmina all looking up in fear to a silhouette. Now, this silhouette clearly shows a pteranodon or maybe another flying reptile. But before we discuss exactly what this is, this right here reminds me so much of that poster that we got for Season 3 of Camp Cretaceous, where we had the camp fam looking up to a silhouette in fear, and that silhouette was obviously the Scorpius Rex. So if they're trying to match the Season 3 poster with this image, then they've done a pretty good job, and since the Season 3 poster was a hybrid, We suspect there may be a new hybrid in Chaos Theory, but that's still unconfirmed. We're just going off some plot details here. But this might mean that this flying reptile could also be a hybrid. Now again, there's not really too much to base that theory on just yet, but it is interesting. One of the plot lines did discuss a genetic new experiment gone wrong. It matches the last poster we got for a hybrid dinosaur in the animated series, and this flying reptile is like none other. Why is it none other? Well, this flying reptile also appeared in the original poster that we got when the last trailer for Chaos Theory Season 2 released. In this poster, we get to see it flying about, but it looks recognizable, but also different. Now what do I mean by that? Well, it clearly looks like some kind of Pteranodon, and since we have had 3 variants of Pteranodons, we suspected that it would be closer to the one that resembles its crest, which looks like the one from the Lost World Jurassic Park. However, we also noticed that it does have a very long tail. Now I did go ahead and make a video regarding this, and unfortunately it severely underperformed, I'm not too sure why, but in that video we basically deciphered the fact that it doesn't really make too much sense to be a Pteranodon of some kind unless it's a 4th variant to the franchise, because all 3 variants, the Lost World Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic Worlds, none of them have long tails, none of them even have a shorter tail, they have merely a stump. So because of that long tail, it made all of us think what is going on. And a large portion of the community decided to jump at the throats of DreamWorks and say it's AI. Now this is proven, it's not AI, it was actually intended to be there like I said, so this just makes us question even more. When we do take a look at it, we can quite clearly see it does look like the Lost World Pteranodon. I don't know why, maybe it is the Lost World Pteranodon, they've decided to accidentally add a tail of some kind, but if it's not, then what exactly is it? There's not actually too many options to go about. Some people are saying pterodactyl, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe pterodactyl ever existed. Some people are saying it's some kind of cryptid flying reptiles from a different franchise of some kind. There's so many wacky and weird theories going out there, but the truth is, we've never seen a pteranodon looking creature with a long tail before, and I don't think it even matches the paleo archives whatsoever either. So it is very difficult to decipher exactly what this creature is. However, I do think that our best bet to assume what this creature is that it's some kind of Lost World Pteranodon. As much as I would love for it to be Geostenbergia, it just doesn't have the head crest at all for it. So the next thing is the Lost World's Pteranodon. Now the head crest matches. The beak matches. The only thing that throws us off is that long tail, and why do we have it? Some people are going to be like, oh, but the Lost World Pteranodons, they went extinct. Well, not really. Because thanks to Jurassic World Dominion, it actually got its chance to appear in the movie for, I think, maybe 3 frames on camera or something. And it's only in the background and you have to turn the brightness up, but it is there. And we also do get to see it on Dino Tracker as well. So, whilst it is safe to assume that this is some kind of Lost World variant Pteranodon, again, it's very difficult to tell exactly what this might be, simply because of that very long tail. And there is a slight possibility this may be a flying reptile hybrid dinosaur of some kind. So yeah, this should be a lesson to those who just accuse things very quickly without any fundamental background evidence. This flying reptile is a real thing, like I stated originally, and it seems likely it could be the variant from the Lost World Jurassic Park. After all, Dino Tracker did confirm that they are in fact alive, and that many other species from Isla Sorna have made their way onto the mainland now. So my best guess is exactly that. But let me know what you guys think, however, in the comments below, and whilst you're down there, why not also leave a like and subscribe to the channel to help us reach 250k by the end of the year. But in the meantime, and most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you, did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.